Good afternoon, church. I'd like to take a moment of your time and address the COVID-19 virus and our church's response to it. Sunday morning when we met, I wasn't overly concerned about the effects of the virus because it was a problem that was somewhere else far away. However, by Sunday night before I went to bed, I learned that not only one of the people that had a confirmed case had been in Cleveland, but that person had exposed people in our community. It brought the problem much closer to home. As this problem is very fluid, as the information that we learn about this is very fluid, our church's response is going to also be very fluid. As of right now, Oklahoma Baptists have canceled the men's and women's retreat in Falls Creek. The Cimarron Association has canceled the women's retreat at Falls Creek. The Cleveland Ministerial Alliance has canceled their Good Friday services. Almost minute by minute, I'm learning of new churches in our area that have decided to suspend their services. Because the problem has come to our front door, we've decided to take action. Deacons and I have got together. We have prayerfully considered the problem, prayerfully considered our response, and we've decided that we are going to take suspending services on a service-by-service basis as new information comes in to us about how this is affecting our community. As of right now, we're going to suspend services this Wednesday night, and by Friday at noon, we should have information for you as to a plan for Sunday in our services then. Church, I want you to remember a couple things as we go into this time. This is hard for me to say, and I imagine this is hard for you to hear. Just a week ago, I never imagined that we would ever consider canceling services over a virus. However, here we are. I was reminded this week by one of our church members that if we have service on Sunday and we run about the number of people that we've been running, and everyone gets exposed, that means that I'm going to be preaching 3 people's funerals prematurely. Church, you know me, you know the things that I do in my free time, you know that I am not motivated by fear. And neither is our response to this virus. However, as believers, we are commanded to be motivated by love. Jesus sets the bar so high that says that we should love one another as He has loved us in John chapter 13 and verse 34. If I knowingly and willingly expose you to threats unnecessarily, I am not loving the church well that God's entrusted me with. I also want you to remember that the church is not found in the building. You are the church. In Acts chapter 12, we have this story of Peter, and he's been arrested. In verse 5, it tells us that the church has been praying for Peter relentlessly. And we skip on down to verse 12, and we find out that Peter has been released from prison by an angel, and he goes to Mary's house, and what he finds is the church is gathered at Mary's house praying. You see, church isn't something that happens in a building. Church is you. It's me. We're the body. Church happens wherever we go because we are the church. If we have to suspend services this Sunday, that means there will be 100 missionaries on the mission field Sunday morning. There will be 100 of us that are prepared to share the gospel with the world around us, a world that has all of a sudden realized how fragile life is. Take advantage of the opportunity that God gives you to share the love of Christ, to share the good news. Be praying that God would shorten this virus and its effects. Be praying that God would give you opportunity to make Him known even if you can't be here. Remember the Great Commission. We were not called to come. We were called to go. And that's what we're going to do. Thank you for your time. I covet your prayers as we move forward and decide the right things to do and try to honor God in all of it. If you need anything or you find out that a neighbor has a need, please don't hesitate to call. Finally, one last thing that I need you to do. If you're not a member of the My Church Family group on Facebook, would you contact me either through Facebook or by phone so that I can get you into that group? That's going to be the best, quickest way for you to find out information about our church, what we're doing, and what we're not doing. That's also a great way for us to share prayer requests with one another. Thank you very much. As always, I love my church.